Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Angie and I enjoy sharing different projects that we have going on around our home. And happy October. It is one of my favorite months out of the entire year, and I thought it would be fun to just go out to our local store and pick up some different fall items to decorate our front porch. So come along with me as I purchase items and clean and decorate the front porch and get it all ready for fall. For this season, I'm craving simple but colorful, so I'm not going to go crazy buying a bunch of mums or a lot of pumpkins. In fact, I'm going to share a DIY that I'm doing for our porch and using faux pumpkins. So I'm not buying any real pumpkins to go on our porch since we have a lot of critters and they just get eaten and they just rot. So I'm just going to use faux pumpkins. But I love going to the garden center and looking at all the fall colors and just getting inspiration there of what I can do to the porch to bring in color and that fall look that I love. These are the two mums that I came home with, and I chose that deep dark burgundy color. And I've learned a few things over the years about mums, and you should always buy the ones that have buds on them, not the ones that are in full bloom. And I know the ones that are in full bloom are so beautiful, but you get more out of your mum when you choose the one with buds. The next thing I do when I first bring my mums home is if they're in decorative pots, I go ahead and take them out of that and leave them in their grow pots. And then the next thing I do is get a 5-gallon bucket of water and then I submerge the mum in the water. I have a whole video showing you how I go about keeping my mums alive longer during the season, and I'll link it for you in case you're interested in that. But I leave them here for about 30 to 45 minutes, and while they're soaking, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the porch. And this is what our porch look like in the summer, so it doesn't need a lot of work done to it, but it does need to be cleaned. The first thing I'm going to do is move these faux boxwood topiaries. I love these topiaries. I got them from Amazon. I'll link them below, but they are just low maintenance and they look beautiful on the porch. But I wanted to get something that was a little bit more festive, so I'm going to change these out and then just wipe down the planters. And like I said, the porch is not that bad because I did a makeover on it in the summer. I'll link that video for you in case you want to see that. And so I'm just really just giving it a little bit of a clean so that I can start decorating it for fall. These cushions are so good for the outdoors. I love the black and white stripe. And these chairs I got off of Facebook Marketplace, and then I just painted them black. And I also have a video showing you that I'll link below. But I just start out by sweeping everything and just getting it nice and clean so that we can come out here in the evenings and spend a little time together as a family. These windows get pretty dirty and they have spider webs in them and they're just dirty. So I always bring out my Norwex cloths, and I know that I've talked about these here before, but I love these for cleaning. You just use water and you clean it with the first cloth and then come back with the window cloth, and it leaves everything streak free. And I just use it on all of the glass surfaces out here. And I love to clean my storm door with it. Just makes it beautiful and it makes it shine and look so clean. Now on to the doormat. I bought these rugs at TJ Maxx during the summer, and they still have some life in them. And check your local TJ Maxx because they sell these double rugs, and so it does save you a little money by buying them together. And they've really held up well. You can see this bottom rug has kind of faded around the edges, but it's still got some life in it. And I'm going to show you a little trick that I do with my rugs to make them last a little longer. I just flip them over to the other side, and now I can use that side, and it will get me through the season until I'm ready to decorate for Christmas. Then I'm going to put my mums in my planners, and I just love these planners and just changing them out with the seasons. And notice I didn't buy the largest mums that they had. I went with the smaller ones, and that's another tip to save you a little money when you're decorating for fall. Now on to my DIY. I had these pumpkins in my stash. I found this paint, which is the perfect terracotta color, and I'm going to give these pumpkins a makeover with this spray paint. I just wanted the faux pumpkins on my porch so I didn't have to worry about them, and I can use these year after year. And I heard about this paint and I wanted to try it and see what it looked like. And these pumpkins were a silver metallic, so I never really used them for fall, but I just sprayed them, and while they were still wet, I went back and just put some baking soda all over the wet paint. Now it's probably better to get a brush and brush away the excess baking soda, but I just use my hands, and it does get messy when you use your hands, so if you don't like that, use a brush. As you brush it away, it gets into all the nooks and crannies of your pumpkins, and it really gives it this terracotta look. It is the neatest effect on your faux pumpkins, and I just love what it adds to it. And so I just keep brushing the baking soda into the nooks and crannies. And if your paint starts drying, you can always spray a little more and then add a little more baking soda. It just gives it depth, and it just turns into a beautiful DIY. Then I just kept working with mine until I was able to get the desired effect, and it was just a really fun project, and they turned out really good. I'm so excited about how they look. But to give them a more natural look, I had sprayed the stem, the terracotta also, but I wanted to go back and make it a little more realistic. So I got my brown wax and just brushed the brown wax on. And I did get it on my pumpkin, and I'll go back and fix that in just a minute. But I just brush on the brown wax, and then I take a paper towel and just wipe it so that all the clumps are out of it. And then this just makes the stem look a little bit more real. And then I just sprayed some of the spray paint in a plate and touched up the areas on the pumpkin where I got the brown wax. When everything was dry, I'm just going to add my pumpkins in front of these planters, and I'm just going to place them in front to make them look like real pumpkins. But I really love how this turned out. It adds a little pop of color and texture. So if you try this project, leave me a comment and let me know how it turns out. For my door, I'm going to use these clear suction cups. I had used a white command strip in the past, and I do like those, but I wanted to go with clear so you wouldn't see it as much, and they didn't have any clear command strips, so I'm going to try these out. And then I bought this beautiful wreath at Walmart. It is so affordable, and I think that it ties all of the colors together on the porch, and it's just beautiful for fall. And then the last thing that I like to add to our spaces is a chunky throw. I love this off-white one, and I just drape it in the chair, and it'll be perfect for cool evenings on the porch. Well, friends, that wraps up this week's video. Thank you so much for spending a portion of your day here with us on our channel. We really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and become a part of our YouTube family. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and our blog, Our Contented Home. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.